We all have things going on in our lives, and you know what? It's okay to talk to someone about it. Yeah. But what if you're unsure where to start when it comes to talking to a professional? Don't worry, we've got you covered. This is What's Up, Doc? Therapy Edition. About this. I think this is going to be so helpful to so many people. Joining us to give us the deets on all things therapy is licensed psychologist Dr. Erica Marchand. Is that correct? Thank you so much for being here. Now, to start things off, can you explain the difference between a psychologist, a psychiatrist, and a therapist?
Yes. Okay. So the biggest difference is between a psychiatrist and all other kinds of therapists. Because a psychiatrist is a medical doctor. They have a degree in medicine, they have an MD, and they prescribe medication. Most psychiatrists don't do therapy these days. Some do, but most don't.
Got it.
So that's a psychiatrist, and then everybody else is a therapist. So I'm a psychologist. That means I have a PhD in psychology. I do testing and therapy and research, and then there are other kinds of therapists that have a master's degree in psychology or counseling or marriage and family therapy or social work.
So you can't prescribe something, but the
psychiatrist can.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
Now, to make matters more confusing, in some states, psychologists can prescribe medication, but it's just a few states.
Okay.
Not in California.
So most of the time they'll do therapy with you, and then you'll recommend them to go see a psychiatrist if you think they might need medication.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And how does one decide which one is right for them?
Well, if you know that you need medication, so if you're having serious symptoms like you can't get out of bed in the morning, or you're hearing voices, or even sometimes if you're having dangerous thoughts about harming yourself or somebody else, those are symptoms that are serious enough that you might think that you need medication, and in that case you should go to a psychiatrist. Or you can go to another therapist and have them refer you to a psychiatrist, either way.
Okay. And even if things don't get to that end, you can still see a therapist because it's healthy to have a regular person to process, right?
Exactly. Yeah, so to see a therapist, you don't have to have anything big going on. You just need to have life issues going on. So, therapists can help with anything that goes on in life, and so to pick somebody who's a therapist that's not a psychiatrist, all you need to do is find somebody who's a good fit.
Where can we find, resources? How do we look for a therapist or a psychiatrist?
How do you find somebody? I think the best way is if you can ask somebody, a doctor or a friend or family member that you trust. That's the best way, because then you know that, the person likes that person. But otherwise, you can look online. There's lots of big online directories like psychologytoday.com, goodtherapy.org, big national databases. You can look at your insurance company. They have therapists. And then if you can't pay for therapy, therapy runs anywhere from $150 to $250 a session, depending on where you are. And if you don't have insurance and you can't pay for it, then there's usually also nonprofit counseling centers and university counseling centers in most cities that you can also go to.
That is so great. That's
yeah.